In this video, we are going to do some questions based on the concepts which we have learned so far in the previous videos. So you can see there are plenty of questions, and I'm not going to finish all these questions in this video. We'll probably do up to question number 10 because I do not want to make this video too long. Okay? So without any further ado, let's get started. So in the first question, Erika is thinking to go to the park. Her willingness to pay is X dollars and the ticket price is $353. So you'll have to cancel her part-time job that pays $349. She would be unwilling to do the part-time job for less than $346. She decides to go to the park if X is, so we need to find out the value of X, and the concept is additional cost should be greater than the additional benefit should be greater than the additional cost. Okay, so let's go to Notepad. So what is the additional benefit in this case? Now our willingness to pay is X dollars, right? And the ticket price is $353. So the additional benefit is X minus 353. And this should be greater than 349 minus 346. All right. And when you solve this, X is greater than 356. So this is your answer. Let's move on to the next question. Benny enjoys doing the volunteer work. He often goes to the society. He treasures the time doing the volunteer work and considers it worth $397. And if he does not go to the SPCA, he can use the same amount of time, earning $892. He is not willing to do the editing work unless he is paid at least X dollars. So he decides to go to the SPCA. So the X must be. So again, the concept is same. Additional benefits should be greater than the additional cost. So what is additional benefit in this case? So he traces the time, volunteer work, $397, right? So 397 should be greater than 892 minus X. All right. And when you solve this, X is greater than 495. So this is the answer. Let's move on to the next question. Eliza would like to attend a 2-hour yoga lesson. She has to pay tuition fee, $336. Her benefit from the yoga lesson is $728. And if she does not attend the lesson, she would earn $W per hour or play with her cousin for 2 hours. And the total enjoyment worth $312. Now he decides, okay, so she decides to attend the yoga lesson. So what should be the value of W? So again, additional benefit and additional cost. So what is the additional benefit in this case? So this is 728 minus 336. And what is the additional cost? So this should be greater than 2 times W. Now, why we did not consider $312, this amount? Because the question is asking for W. And so the W, 2 times W, that is the wage for 2 hours, should be greater than $312, right? That's why we ignore $312, because we only consider the amount that is the highest. Okay, so when you solve this, you'll get W is less than 196. So this is your answer. Let's move on to the next question. In this question, you are given 2 curves, 2 equations, and the price of lemonade is $44, and you are asked to calculate the number of cups of lemonade. So in this question, you simply equate marginal benefit equals to marginal cost to get the optimal number of quantities. So marginal benefit equals to marginal cost, and this is 131 minus 2n equals to 44. When you solve, you'll get the value of n 43.5. Okay, so this is the answer. Let's move on to the next question. This is the allocation of resources problem. There are 3 divisions: lollipop, marshmallow, and jelly bean, and there are 8 workers. Okay, and you need to allocate these workers to these 3 divisions. So how do you allocate them so that the output is maximum? Okay, so the question has asked to maximize the amount of candy produced. So I prefer to use the Excel to solve this question, because I need to calculate the marginal benefit or the additional benefit of each additional worker. So let's go to the Excel. Here I have already written down all the numbers from the table, just to save some time. Now how do we calculate the marginal benefit? So we simply minus, okay, do the subtraction. Okay, so what I have done is I have simply subtracted the upper cell from this cell. So this is the output from one worker, right? And this is the output from 2 worker. So in order to get the additional output, from the additional worker, you simply have to subtract the upper cell from the lower cell. Now I have to simply drag this formula to the right for the remaining 2 columns, and then I can drag this down. Okay, so this is how I can calculate the marginal benefits or the marginal output of each additional worker. Now in order to allocate these workers, these 8 people, I have to look for the highest output. Okay, and then I can go on decreasing the output. So the first highest is 224. So I will allocate the first worker to the jelly bean division, and then second to the lollipop, third to the jelly bean, okay, fourth to marshmallow, and similarly. So I'll allocate 3 people to the jelly bean, 3 to the marshmallow, and 2 to the lollipop. As you can see, 152 among these numbers is the lowest. All right, so this is how you should allocate in order to get the maximum output. So that's the answer. Now in the next question, suppose candy factory hires n workers to produce candy. The factory always allocates them among 3 divisions to maximize the output. According to factory's allocation rule, in order to have at least 3 workers allocated to marshmallow division, n must be at least. Now the question is saying that you should allocate at least 3 people to the marshmallow. Okay, so you can see in the previous question as well, we allocated 3 people to the marshmallow, right? So in order to allocate at least 3 people to the marshmallow, we need 8 people in total, at least, because 152 is the lowest. You can see among them 152 is the lowest, and we stopped here. So to allocate 3 people to marshmallow, we need 8 people in total. The answer is 8. Now let's move on to the next question. You are considering to visit your grandmother for 2 days. You have already bought a round ferry ticket, $90, which is fully refundable. So please note, ticket is refundable. And you'll have to apply for a leave from the part-time job. from where you can earn $40 per hour when you work 8 hours a day, and then you don't have to spend anything on accommodation. You live in your grandmother's place, okay, and you currently live in a service apartment with a daily rent of $490. That is non-refundable. So this is non-refundable and typically pays $164 per day for food. You estimated that you need to pay a total of $356 for food during the visit. So what is the total opportunity cost for the visit? So the opportunity cost is what other opportunities that you will lose when you go to visit your grandmother. Okay, so that's the question. So let me use the notepad. So the first opportunity that you will lose is you cannot earn this amount, this $40, right? So this is 40 times 2 times 8, right? For 8 hours for 2 days. This is the first opportunity that you lose. Okay. Now the second thing that you lose is $90 because the ticket is refundable, right? If you choose not to go to the grandmother's house, you can save this amount. Okay. So second opportunities is $90. And then $356 minus 164 times 2. You can see that this is the total amount of food when you go to visit, and this is the $164 is the your daily expense on food, okay, per day for food. So you need to subtract this, then you'll get the additional amount that you'll lose. Okay, so in total this is 758. So this is the opportunity cost for you. All right, so this is the answer. Now in the next question, you are given a table, and the table shows productivity per hour for Nathan and Herman. In order for both of them to engage in trade and specialize in the production, they have competitive advantage in terms of trade must be larger. So you have to find out the terms of trade, okay, per kg of watermelon. So you have to find out the terms of trade. So let me write here. So what is the opportunity cost of producing 1 kg of watermelon? So opportunity cost of producing 1 kg of watermelon. So this is simply 441 divided by 210, right? So this is 2.1. And similarly, what is the opportunity cost of producing 1 kg of watermelon for Herman? Okay, so previously we calculated for Nathan. Now for Herman, this is 496 divided by 160. So this is equals to 3.1. So the terms of trade should be greater than 2.1 and less than 3.1, okay, per kg of watermelon. So this is the answer. Now in the last question, because we are not going to do the next question after that, we'll stop after doing question number 10. Okay, so in this question, Joe can make either 10 units of pancake or 150 units of cupcake, and Clara can produce 3 units of pancake and 72 units of cupcake. Suppose Joe has the total of 4 hours for work and Clara has 2 hours. Suppose Joe and Clara will make the consumption and production decisions together. If they are going to consume 10 units of pancake in total, they will produce how much? Okay, so I'll do this question in the GeoGebra. So GeoGebra is a software, is a free software which you can use to draw some graphs. Okay, so I prefer to use GeoGebra because it is easier to visualize the graphs. Okay, so let's plot the points. Let's say pancake is on the x-axis and cupcake is on the y-axis. So 10 units of pancake, so 10, 0, And one more thing, the question had said that suppose Joe has a total of 4 hours for work, so we need to multiply this thing with 4. Okay, so I'm multiplying this by 4, and then 150 units of cupcake. So 0, 150 times 4. And then Clara can produce 3 units of pancake. So this is 6, 0. And then 72 units of cupcake. So this is 0, 72 times 2, right? Okay, because C is working for 2 hours. So these are the points. Let me see where are the points. Okay, so now we are going to connect these points by line segment. Now, since the points are too close, I need to zoom this little bit. All right, let me zoom this fully. Now we need to draw the production possibility curve. Okay, so let me first change the ratio. Okay, I think it looks much better now. Now in order to draw the production possibility curve, we need to add the points on the x-axis and the y-axis, and then we need one more point, so that we can connect these two curves, to half of the curves. So let's do it. But I think you are clear that why we need to draw the production possibility curve, because the question is asking if they're going to consume 10 units of pancake in total, they will produce how much units of cupcake. So they are making the decisions together. That is the consumption and production. So we need PPC of 2 people. So let's add the coordinates on the x-axis. That is x coordinate of C plus x coordinate of A, 0. Similarly, y 0, y coordinate of D plus y coordinate of B. Okay, so now in order to draw the production possibility curve, you need one more point. Okay, so we'll draw x equals to x coordinate of A, and then y equals to y coordinate of D. Now I'm not going to explain this why I did so, because I've already explained this in the previous videos. So if you're not clear about the concepts, please go back to those videos and then again come back here. So this is our intersection point, and now we need to connect this. All right, now let's go back to the question. Okay, so they are consuming 10 units of pancake. So 10 units of pancake. So x equals to 10. Now let's see what is this intersection. So when you right click on it, you can see 594. So that's the unit of cupcake. Okay, So this is your answer. Alright, so we have finished 10 questions in this video, and let's stop here. We'll do other question in the next video. So thank you so much for watching this video.